Shashank, Gaurav, Anis, Faiza Anjum, Aisa, and Rahul, all of you. As you know, that we have already studied the mechanism of regulation of gene expression in prokaryotes, and today we have to study the mechanism of regulation of gene expression in eukaryotes. And it is very important to point out that the mechanism of regulation of gene expression is different from the mechanism of regulation of gene expression in prokaryotes, and the the regulation of gene expression in eukaryotic cell is highly variable, and it varies from the organism to organism and species. And this mechanism of regulation of gene expression in eukaryote is highly complicated, because you know that the eukaryotic DNA remains in association with the histone protein to form the nucleosome. And it is clear it is very important that the part of the DNA which is to be expressed should be free from the histone protein. In this way, we can say that the histone protein also plays a very important role in regulation of eukaryotic gene expression. And the histone proteins and non-histone protein, these proteins associated with the chromosome act as the repressor and represses the unnecessary expression of the eukaryotic gene. And when a particular part of the eukaryotic DNA is to be transcribed, that is a particular part of the DNA is to be expressed, at first the histone protein gets dissociated from that part of the DNA which is to be transcribed. And to explain this mechanism of the control of the gene regulation in eukaryote, various models have been proposed by various scientists, but the most important model and the important model, which is although not which is although a speculative and hypothetical method, but it explains the mechanism of the gene expression in eukaryote in the better way. And this model is known as the Britton-Davidson model, which was proposed by the Britton and Davidson in 1969. And this model, according to this model, there are 4 genes which include the sensor genes, integrator genes, receptor genes, and producer genes. And these 4 genes are very important. And the sensor gene is associated with the integrator gene, and the receptor gene remains in association with the producer gene. Now we have to see how these genes act in a systematic way. Now look at the whiteboard and try to understand. I am going to make you understand the mechanism of gene regulation in the eukaryote. Look at the whiteboard. Look at the whiteboard, and just there are 3 models. I have written here regulation of gene expression in eukaryotes, and these the three models proposed to explain the mechanism of gene regulation in the eukaryotes include: number 1, Britton-Davidson models, which was proposed in 1969 by Britton and Davidson. The second model was proposed by Fresner, which is known as the Fresner's model, which was proposed in 1965, and the Paul's model, which was proposed by Paul and co-workers in 1971. But out of these 3 models, we will study at first the Britton-Davidson's model, which is very important. And this Britton-Davidson model is also known as the gene battery model or operand operator model. And according to this model, there is the 4 genes are present there. And these genes include the sensor genes, integrator genes, receptor genes, and producer genes. And it is very important to point out here that one or more than one integrator gene may be associated with a single sensor. Similarly, there may be one or more than one receptor gene associated with a single producer gene. Now let us see the mechanism of working of this Britton-Davidson model. Look here, I have very simple diagram. This is very simple, even simpler than the lac operans and tryptophan operans. This is very Britton-Davidson Britton and Davidson have tried their best to describe the mechanism of regulation of gene expression in eukaryote in a very simple way. According to them, there are 2 genes. Look here, sensor gene. This is the first gene, which is known as sensor gene. And this sensor gene remains associated with a single integrator. I have shown here a single integrator, but there may be presence of one or more than one integrator which remain in association with this sensor gene. ठीक है. And the second set of gene is the receptor gene. R stand for receptor, and the producer gene, which is represented by the alphabet P. So there are, and more one or more than one receptor gene may be associated with this, with a single producer. Then how does this operate? How does this model operates? This sensor gene. This is very important. Look, now I am just going to describe the mechanism of working of this model. How how does this model work? I have written this is sensor. Why this gene is known as sensor? Because this gene, which is known as the sensor gene has ability to receive the signal. It is very sensitive to the change in the environment. This sensor gene can accept or can sense the environmental factor as a signal molecule. All of you have studied the signal molecules in your part one. The signal molecules and environmental factor like high temperature, low temperature, all these things also act as a stimulus, and all such environmental factor as a signal can be perceived or sensed by this sensor genes. So this is the sensor gene. The name of this gene is sensor gene because this sensor gene has capacity to sense, has capacity to receive the have to receive the signal, or you can say a stimulus. This signal can be molecular signal. Molecular signal may be the protein, maybe carbohydrate, maybe enzyme, maybe hormone, maybe anything. And this may be the signal, may be environmental factor like high temperature, low temperature, high humidity, pH, all these things. So this sensor gene is capable of sensing the stimulus from the stimulus either from within the cell or from out the cell, from the outside the cell. These stimuli may include signal, which may be chemical. This signal may be environmental factor, and such environmental factors or the signal molecule is sensed by this sensor gene. Okay? And you can say that the sensor molecule will bind with this sensor gene, and when this sensor gene gets stimulated by receiving the signals from the outside or from within the cell, this sensor gene on being stimulated, it activates. When this sensor gene gets stimulated, this sensor gene stimulates or activates the integrator gene. Integrator gene, I have shown this arrow, that when this sensor gene gets stimulated by the signal, this sensor gene activates in turn the integrator gene. And when this integrator gene gets activated, this integrator gene releases some chemicals, and that chemicals binds with the receptor. And when this receptor gets stimulated, the producer gene becomes activated. And now this producer gene promotes the transcription of the structural gene. So this is the very unique method. This is the somewhat different from the mechanism of regulation in the prokaryotic gene expression. You have studied the lac operin, in which the regulator gene and promoter, operator, and structural genes are present there. In case of tryptophan, the similar case is also there. But here in this case, there are different mechanism. Look here, I have not shown any promoter, any regulator, or any structural genes. Rather, this is the different way, different mechanism, different types of the regulation of gene expression as per the models given by the Britton and Davidson model. There are two sets of gene. The first set has the sensor and integrator. The second set has the receptor and promoter. And this integrator gene remains associated with the sensor gene. Similarly, this producer gene remains associated with the receptor. And the number of producer and sensor is always single, but the one or more than one integrator may be associated with the sensor. Similarly, one or more than one receptor may be associated with the producer gene. And again, I am going to repeat the working mode mechanism of this model. At first, what happens? This sensor gene is capable of sensing, or capable of receiving any signal, and that signal may be environmental factor or may be chemical. And when this signal molecules activate this, comes in contact or binds with this sensor molecule, what will happen? The sensor will become stimulated. And when the sensor gene will become stimulated, what will happen? The integrator gene will become activated. and when this integrator gene will become activated, it will activate in turn the receptor gene. And when the receptor gene will become activated, what will happen? The producer gene will become activated. And this producer gene will promote the transcription of the structural gene. This is the mechanism of regulation of gene expression as proposed by the Britton and Davidson, who proposed a very important model, a speculative model, hypothetical model. You always should keep in your mind that lac operin is not a hypothetical, it is a true model. And lac operin has the experimental proof. Tryptophan model has experimental proof. Histidine operin has experimental proof. But this Britton Davidson model is a purely hypothetical, purely a speculative model. This is not. This model has not got any experimental proof. If this model might have gone the experimental proof, Britton and Davidson might have been awarded Nobel Prize. But the mechanism, as far the mechanism of regulation of gene expression in eukaryote is concerned, it is very complicated, and the mechanism of regulation of gene expression is not similar in all the eukaryotic cell. Rather, there is great variation, and the complication in the process of regulation of gene expression in the eukaryote is due to the coiling and supercoiling of the DNA of the eukaryote, brought about by the association of the histone protein. Histone protein, you know that histone protein associate with the DNA to bring about the first level of coiling and second level and third level of coiling, and so complicated a structure of eukaryotic DNA. Therefore, the mechanism of regulation of gene expression in eukaryote is still to be clearly understood. Still a lot of things is to be done as far the mechanism of regulation of gene expression in eukaryote is concerned. In the next lecture, we will be studying the Fresner model and the Pauls model. Today, I have made you understood the Britton Davidson model. Am I clear? Hello. Let me know. Faiza Anjum,